Kamen Rider.
Decay, 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 no!
Hi guys, and for today's video, I'm going to be giving you my review for Kamen Rider Gavv episode 15. Without further ado, let's begin with the review. Okay, so the episode opens up with Shoma reading a Christmas story about a couple on Christmas, and Shoma asks Sachiki about, Christmas, and, she gives off, what Christmas is about and what love is about Christmas concerning. If you don't know, in Japan, Christmas is usually a romantic holiday, but it can also be celebrated with families too, but it's mainly a romantic holiday in Japan. So Shoma gets a lesson about that, and Shoma, gets all, excited about Christmas, about the gifts, about receiving gifts, but also, hanging out with, friends and family, and also, spreading Christmas joy to everyone. And then we cut to a scene at a mall where Hanto is thinking about the Granoots and how the heck that he can stop the Granoots and, save people from the Granoots and, stop the main villains and the bad guys. And we get to see a little funny scene with Shoma and Hanto interacting, and Shoma is wearing like a reindeer costume, or at least a reindeer, sort of onesie, or, costume, or sort of like onesie, whatever you want to call it. And again, I know I'm recording these episodes post, Christmas, post, the new year, but again, I'm sorry that I haven't been posting these episodes reviews since, December, but oh well. But again, so there's a funny interaction between Hanto and Shoma, and eventually Sachiki, asks, Hanto if, he can help them out, and Hanto begrudgingly accepted, and we get to see another funny scene with Hanto wearing another reindeer costume, or onesie, whatever you want to call it. And again, episode 16 takes place during the Christmas holiday, or the Christmas season. Forgot to mention that. No, episode 15 takes place in the Christmas holiday season. Sorry about that. And so Hanto's, wearing a reindeer outfit, and, he's promoting, about, Christmas stuff as well. And eventually Hanto and Shoma found the Granoots that was singing on the guitar in the previous episodes. And they were like, hey, that's the Granoot that from before. We need to stop him from, capturing more people. And so they make an excuse for him, Sachiki, and then eventually the Granoot's like, oh crap, or essentially he has an oh shit face kind of moment where he sees Hanto and Shoma, and he runs away, and then Hanto and Shoma go chase after the Granoot. And then we cut to Suga's laboratory. Suga's just doing random stuff, and we get to see Neville. Neville is one of our main villains. He's the scientist He's the scientist of Stomach Inc., or, he's basically the scientist, the smart one of the main villains. And it turns out that, yes, Suga, the one that gave Hanto his powers and his rider system and essentially, his powers, is indeed working with the bad guys, specifically Neville. He's on Neville's side and not the other main villains or the other members of Stomach Inc. And so, Neville and Suga are talking about how, Hanto, is growing, and Hanto's, power is growing, but he's still not strong enough. And even, Neville says that, the Red Gavv or Shoma is growing stronger too. So we need to increase, Hanto's power, but also increase that secret project that I've been working on. And so Neville gives, Suga another mysterious, Granoot, thing. And in return, Suga is getting, Neville another thing in return so that he can work on his secret project, which we know that from the later episodes that it's going to be the third rider system, or the the third rider gear system for another third rider that will eventually show up in the other episodes, but we'll talk about that once I review the other episodes. But after that, we cut to eventually Shoma meets the Granute, and eventually Shoma's about to fight the Granute, but eventually the Granute, pleads for Shoma to talk to Shoma, and eventually, the Granute's like, look, I didn't ask to capture people. I was just doing this as a job, just to get dark treats, because, dark treats are super addictive. Can't you blame us? Like, we gotta work. Like, we're both working class. We gotta make our money, or at least, our equivalent to the dark treats in the Granute world. Plus, I didn't want to do this. Plus, if I don't do this, they're gonna kill me anyway. Plus, please, please, please spare me, spare me and all that good stuff. And Shoma has a change of heart. And so Shoma lets the Granute go away. The Granute eventually goes away. And then eventually we cut to, Stomach Inc., or the main bad guy's lair. And we get to see Longo and the female one, the baddie, the badass one. I forgot her name. Again, I'm gonna learn the villains' names as I go on, guys. But we get to see Longo, Neville, and the other one, the other female villain, talking about, I think it was Jeep's death, that way that, Shoma killed Jeep in the previous episode, and that, it's a shame that she died, but eventually, they got some more research on, Shoma, and also Neville mentions that, his research is going well, and that his secret project should be completed in a few weeks, or should be completed soon, that he just needs a little bit more time to get it complete, and so they're just plotting something. And then we eventually cut to, Shoma and Honto, at the handyman workshop, just talking. And Shoma mentions to Honto, what if there is a Granute that, is good, or at least doesn't want to hurt people, or at least doesn't want to, eat dark treats or something like that? And Honto's like, that is ridiculous. Honto's like, that's ridiculous. Granutes are evil. They kill people. They capture people. And they turn them into these dark treats. A good Granute is a ridiculous thing. And so Honto, storms off angrily. Shoma's a little bit sad. And then we see Sachi, randomly comes in and say, hey, I'm throwing a Christmas party. You want to join in, Honto? And Honto's like, not now. And Sachi's just like, aw. And we see, Sachi sees Shoma, is eventually upset. So Sachi cheers up Shoma, and eventually see the Granute. We get to see, the Granute from earlier that Shoma talked to. Eventually captures more people, but we get to see another scene with Neville and another Granute who will be important in the later episodes 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, which turns out that this new Granute will eventually be our third writer for the series. But we'll talk about that when I review the other episodes. But Neville meets with this mysterious Granute, and he's like, I'm gonna need you for an experiment. So this Granute accepts, and it will eventually cut to the Granute that Shoma talks to earlier. And eventually this Granute is wreaking havoc. He is capturing people, and eventually Shoma catches up with this, and Shoma's like, is like, you lied to me. And so Shoma attacks the Granute, and the Granute's like, no hard feelings. And so he uses the agents to attack Shoma, and eventually Honto shows up to lend Shoma a hand to, fight the other agents and to have aid to Shoma. And eventually Shoma's like, please, you don't have to do this. I know you're good. And then the Granute's like, look, I need to do this. I need those dark treats. They're so good. I just can't. I need the dark treats. And Shoma's like, I guess I was wrong all along. And so Shoma gets, sad, but also he uses his cake power-up form to transform into his cake power-up form. Again, I'm going to learn the names of the forms. I'm going to learn the names of the characters once I keep reviewing the series. But Shoma uses his cake power-up form to, even the odds. And he fights, the Granutes. He fights the Granute. He fights the agents. Honto lends a hand as well. And Shoma uses his, his frosting, minions or, you know, soldiers or whatever you want to call them. That's the image that you see on screen that you see now. So he uses his little frosting minions or soldiers to fight the agents and Granoots, while Shoma, finishes off the Granoot. But eventually the Granoot gets the upper hand, and eventually, he injures Hanto, and he managed to, get, Shoma out of his cake form. And eventually the episode ends off with, Hanto, is super injured, and Shoma's concerned for Hanto, and the episode ends off there, and it shows off a preview of the next episode. But overall, what do I think about this episode? I think the episode was pretty good. I like seeing, character development between, Shoma and Hanto. Love seeing, the villains interacting. I love seeing, the fact that we're getting this, subplot with, Suga and Neville, working together and secretly, secretly doing more evil things. I love seeing, love seeing Shoma's character development. I love seeing Hanto as well. Love seeing Satsuki. Satsuki is a joy in this episode. Love seeing Satsuki. And again, I just love seeing the characters in the episodes. And again, this was a pretty solid episode. And overall, that's going to be it for my review for Kamen Rider Gavv episode 15. I hope you guys like and enjoy this review. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. And stay tuned for my review for Kamen Rider Gavv episode 16 and 17 that will be coming on the channel soon. I'm going to be working on those reviews on the channel, so stay tuned for those reviews on the channel. And stay tuned for my upcoming video about Transformers Prime Galvatron Revenge. I know I keep mentioning this in my past video, but I'm going to be uploading my review on Transformers Prime's Galvatron Revenge, so stay tuned for that video. And stay tuned for more Transformers and Tokusatsu related content on the channel. And also stay tuned for more non-Tokusatsu related content on the channel as well. And make sure to like and share this video. Also subscribe to the channel. By subscribing to the channel, you'll be really supporting me as a content creator and really supporting the channel. And yeah, this is going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.